Welcome back, everybody, to Unconditional Surrender. Me, myself, and I play through of the main event scenario. Game is designed by Salvatore Vasta, published by GMT Games. We're getting ready to go into the Soviet operations phase. The weather is poor up here. The Soviets have a couple of things to try and pull off. One of the things they're probably going to do is get that shock army the heck out of Dodge. Trying to see the best way to use my things here. Let's see, I have another tank army there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I could get off a pot shot there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to move a couple airplanes forward. Got to leave 2 back within 3 of the border. So this guy can move up to here. And then we'll... not going to have as much Soviet air as I'd like. So we're going to try and do something here. We're going to assault this hex right away. It's going to cost me 1 for this shock army, 2 for this, and 2 for this. And then we're also going to drop a tanks marker right there right away. So let's see where I'm at right now. If I put the tanks marker on the guards infantry unit down here. Yeah. Okay, so that gives me the guards tank here is the primary. So he's +1 because he's elite, +1 because he's armor. And then he's adding a guy who thinks he's armor, so he gets +2. And then a shock army is +2 in poor weather. If you look at the combat charts, that's what it says. So +2 there. And then I'm going to have to lose 1 for the weather, so I'm going to go ahead and throw... God, I really hate to use up my sorties. So I'd be -1. So it'd be +5 to +2. So we're going to go ahead and do it that way. +5 to +2. See what happens. Russians roll. 5 + 5 is a 10. Germans roll. 2 + 2 is a 4. Go check that. That could be bad for the Germans. A 10 to a 4? Oh my. It's a DD. I'm going to make sure I did my counts right. Because that's a very crucial thing. +1 for elite, +1 because he's an armor. Adds +2 for a tank assisting. +2 for shock is 6. -1 for the weather because there's no terrain there. So it's +5, and he's a +2 because he's German. So I did get a DD. Oh, that's not good for the Germans. Because that flips. He only has 1 legal retreat route, which is back into Posen. I am not going to take the hex because I'm going to try and do something cute. I'm going to activate this guy. Let's see, that was 2, 3, 4, 5 of my 59. You think I'll run out of production points? That was 5, so I'm down to 44, and then I'm going to spend 2 more to activate this guard's tank army. Where do I want to do this guard's tank army? 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter which one I do. This one I think I want to save for going after the thing. I've got 2 up here in the north, so I'll use 1 here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to assault the 18th again. Oh, tanks marker goes on the turn track. And at this point, it's worth it. So I'm going to... So right now, I am +1 because I'm elite, +1 because I'm armor. He is at a 0. Then I'm -1 for the weather and -1 for the river. I'm going to go ahead and throw this airplane that I moved up, which gives me a +1. And then, on my faction card, the magical, mystical, heavy artillery will come out and give me an extra +2. So I have a +3 to a 0. Obviously, I don't really think I can kill him so much as take the city. Because not only does it give me 2 will points off of him, but it also kind of puts him in a hole as far as what can he do to defend. It puts me across the border, and I can back it up with another, infantry unit for supply, and maybe even pop off this this guy here. If I can get rid of that garrison, then I'm kind of pushing his whole line across the Vistula and the Vorta, and maybe really good things can happen to me. We'll just have to wait and see here. I'm not going to push this Panzer, most likely. I'm probably going to put in, a fresh shock unit in there, and maybe move this guy out to help with take out the garrison or something. We'll just have to wait and see how I can do that. Depends on where my shock armies and stuff are. So yeah, we're doing okay for now. Yeah, I think we're doing just fine. Okay. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was at +3, right? +1 for the. Let's go through this again. I'm losing myself. +1 because I'm elite. +1 because I'm armor. +1 for the airplane, and then +2 for the heavy artillery. -1 for the river. -1 for the city. I'm only +2, and -1 for the weather. There's -3 there. That's why I definitely had to throw the heavy artillery. So it's +2 to a 0. I'm just trying to get a retreat. Russians roll. 2 +2 is a 4. So if he rolls a 1 or a 2, I get it. He rolls a 3. So he does not leave the hex. Ta-da. And the heavy artillery, I need to roll a 1 to get it back. I rolled a 2, so it's not coming back. Well, that was annoying. Okay, this guards unit has to activate to get the heck out of the way. 1, 2. Just put him back in Warsaw. Geez, do I go after him with the tank here? Two, 3, 4. Don't take the hex. Two, 3. If I don't take the hex, but I put him in there, then after that I can use him as an armor. So I'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 -2 +4 to +3 +5 to +3. And maybe I get a step on that armored unit, because I'm not isolating him. Yeah, let's go do this way. So this doesn't really matter which way I do it, does it? So I'm going to use up both my armored things down here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy activates and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7 for the unit, 8 for the space. So we're assaulting here. We're going to add this shock. So that was 2. Do I have that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, and then this guy makes 12. And I started at 59. So I should be down 10, 11, 12. I should be 47, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Yep, there we go. So the attack here, he will be the primary, and we will throw tanks. What do we do with him? Throw a tanks marker. To make him think he's armored. So he's +1 for elite, +1 for a tanks marker, and then +2 for the shock being added in, and then -1. So +3 to 0. Not the best odds in the world, but I just want to try to, get the hex back, so to speak. So Russians roll 1 + 3 is a 4, and Germans roll a 1. So a 4 to a 1 is a DR, so he has to retreat. I am not going to take the hex, because then I can get possibly a step on this armored unit. I'm going to take this tank's army. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go 2 production points. And then it's 5 for the river, 6, 7 for the hex, 8, 9 for the unit. So there's an assault here. And we're going to activate him and him. Yeah. Let's go ahead and finish that off there. Yeah, so he starts off as the primary. We throw a tanks marker to give me the best chance here. Yeah, we throw a tanks marker. And we throw this airplane. So we're at +1 because I'm elite, +1 for my tanks marker, +2 for the shock, +2 for the armor, +1 for the airplane. And then -1 for the city, -1 for the weather. So I'm +5, and he is +1 because he, or +2 because he's German, +1 because he's armor. +5 to +3, just trying to get a step on him. Russian draw, 3 + 5 is an 8, probably not going to happen. 5 + 3 is an 8, so nothing happens. So that was a waste. Don't want that, I want the turn track. Turn track. Okay, so I'm done with my tanks. Still heavy artillery. Oh, I was going to use that here with him. So he's going to activate. I should probably not do that. I should probably count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Should be at 42. Then I'm going to spend 2 to activate this armored. He's going to go 1, or wherever he was, 1, 2, 3. He has more than enough movement points to assault here, which was the whole point. Oh dear, if I go there and I assault with +2, plus an airplane is +3. It's 4 + 5, +5 to 0. Do I have a chance to sneak? I'm not really interested in sneaking off another one. Not at this point. I just want to keep my line intact. I just want to make a hole here so I can put a guy across that river. So I start off at +1 because I'm elite, +1 because I'm armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And I'm going to add 1 airplane. It's +3. He's defending at 0, and then I'm -1 for the river, -1 for the thing. So I'm +1 to 0. 3 + 1 is a 4. And he rolls a 6, so that doesn't work. Okay, and down here, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and an airplane is 5. We're assaulting here. That's going to cost me 6 more, so I'm down to 34. This activates 2, 4, 6. We're assaulting there. It would be -2. It'd be +4 to +2. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 -2. So it'd be +3 to +2. +3 to +2. Russians roll 2 + 3 is a 5. Germans roll a 1 + 2 is a 3. That's a retreat. They have to retreat here. They don't have a choice because the other one's in zone of control. Jeez, what do I take it with? I guess we'll push the guards forward. And then over here, one, two, three, four. That's an interesting dilemma. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the 2nd Guards tank army. Attack the 1st Infantry to push it back another space. But I really don't want that space. I did this wrong. But I could get across the river that way. Yeah, so we're going to try and do something fancy here. Since I couldn't take the hexes I wanted to take, I'm going to try and do this here. I'm going to attack with... right now I'm +2, and then -1 for the weather. And he's a +2. I'm going to throw my last heavy artillery. Probably the wrong thing to do, but hey. Throw my last heavy artillery, so I get +2. I'm going to save the airplane. So I'm +3 to +2. And Russians roll. 4 + 3 is a 7. The Germans roll. A 1 + 2 is a 3. 7 to a 3, I think, is a DR. 7 to a 3 is a DR. So he has to retreat. He only has one place to go. I will take the space. And what that lets me do is it lets me do this guy. That's 4 between them. This guy now can either go 1, 2, 3 here. Oh, heavy artillery. If I roll a 1, I get it back. I rolled a 1, so I get it back for July. How rude of the Russians to keep their heavy artillery. So I need to make one desperate assault next turn to get the last city. Maybe I can pull it off. So anyway, with this guy here, he can go like 1, 2, 3 here. Or you can go 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2 here. And then he could try to do this. He would be +1, +2, -3. It'd be a -1 to a +2. Not likely to happen. So I'm going to save my airplane. I'm just going to be there so I'm across the Danube, so he can't, like, move one of these guys down here to fill in that river hole. So at least I'm across the Danube there, and now I'm threatening to turn the corner here, so he's got to do something about making sure he defends all this as best as he can. And I now have the 9th and the 2nd Panzer sort of trapped, which is, those are 2 will points that I might be able to reduce in a fair weather turn, which puts us down to only having to get 5 elsewhere. And I'm hoping that the Western Allies can pull off at least 5. So, yeah, I think that's the Russian turn, unless I have some other things to manipulate, move around. I am going to take this guy down south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Yeah. Just because I think I might need him. Down there, I have an extra one here. And I have extra shocks and infantry up here. It's going to be tough breaking across that river. He's probably going to try and take Danzig in the fair weather turn. This guy defends for 2. If I put him there, I can throw, but I can't defend for 3 forever. I might end up losing Danzig. I should have probably assaulted up there to get that out of there. Oh well. think I'm in a pretty good position. I'm going to put this shock army there, just so he's one movement point closer. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I spent 30. I have myself spending 32, so I don't think it matters either way. Right? Yeah, I think that's... Oh, and there he is. There's 32. Okay. So, we're done. Soviets, everybody can trace out. Yep, everybody can trace. So they're all in supply. So that's the end of the Soviet operations phase. I was a dummy and didn't start my timer, but I think we're well under time. So let's move on then. No supply. Nobody has a no supply marker on them. Replacements phase for the Axis. So the Axis has 1 infantry, 2 infantry, 3 infantry, 4 infantry. They've got 5 infantry to replace. So they're only going to be able to build... They're not going to have any airplanes next turn. Well, they'll have this guy here. I should have flown that guy to defense. Oh well, I ended up not taking out his airplane, so there you go. Because he didn't fly, and I didn't bother to counter-air because I'm trying to save all my sorties for the clear weather turn. I don't know if that was a good thing to do or not, but that's what we did. So replacement phase for the Axis. He has 6 points left, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 1 point left. Oh, should I have done that with the Soviets? +1, -1. So that'd have been a 0, and he would have had ground support. So it'd have been a 0 to a +1, so it's not worth it. That's not worth it. This could be a -1 to a -1. I'm not going to conquer Finland. It's not worth it. Okay. So that's Russian, or Axis replacement phase. West does its thing here. So that's 3, 6, 9. It's 9 off the British. And then go here. It's 3, 6, 9. $12, 16. He had 3. No, I didn't. 16, so I think that's it for the British. Right? They have 3 fighters. That's 9. They have 4 other guys. That's 12. That's 21. And 4 is 25. Yeah, well, they definitely have enough points to do everything, so it doesn't really matter. The U.S. is unlimited. The convoys are kind of pointless. And then their airplanes are the more important thing. 2 here, 2 there, 2 here, 2 there, and 2 there. Okay, that's the West's replacement phase. Soviet replacement phase, 1 here. And then 3, 6, 9 more, so that's 10. 13, 16. I don't think I have anything else flipped. Nope. Okay. So that then is the placements phase. Upgrade. Nobody's got any upgrades left. And the only person who can build anything is the Germans. They only have 1 point left, so they can build themselves a militia. If I had 2 points, I would have built the SS armor. Just to stick it in like a city like Breslau or something, because it defends at 3. But it only has 1 step at that point. So this garrison is what I'm going to build, because that's all I have points left to build. So I get one of my garrison units back. Which one should I take? I'll take the garrison 1. Don't know where I'm going to put him yet. I think I have to put him towards the west, because I don't have many ground units over here. Let's put him in Pamberg. I have enough ground units over here if I can move them around a bit. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, and I can run this one over 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I don't want to put him there. What's this? That's an infantry. I think I want to put him... I don't want to have to move him. Wherever I put him. That's where he's going to live. So this infantry is going to go here. Armored unit's going to go there. So, I don't know, maybe I do have to leave him there. Okay, that's mobilization. Nobody else has mobilization. Nobody's talking because we're still fighting. I'm down to my last turn to try and conquer Germany because I haven't done it yet. So, the Russians get back a heavy artillery. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I'll find some assault somewhere to blow it up. British tanks. Germans get their tanks. Germans get their jets. Americans get their airdrop marker. Russians get a partisans for no good reason. The Americans get back their Ultra. So now they have 2 Ultras. And the Germans get a submarines. So they can try and get a factory back for grids. And then this moves into here, but they won't be able to do anything. Either they survive or they don't. So it's going to be interesting to see the counterattacks I try with the Germans. Okay, that's the end of the turn. It's the end of Soviet operations and the end of turn stuff for June 1945. When we return, it'll be the final turn of the game, and the Germans are sitting on 7 will points. They need to try and get a couple cities back, maybe, to make it an interesting game. The Allies have to come up, between the Russians and the Americans, have to come up with enough to make Germany collapse, because they do own German cities, so it would surrender. I'm Dren608. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future episodes. When we return, it'll be the accumulating end of the game drama, and we'll see if it's really going to be drama or if it's just going to be a hammer smashing an egg. We're not sure which way it's going to go. The dice are fickle. Until then, bye-bye.